What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
New Car Week, episode 1.
So behind us right here, we have a 1995 Acura Integra GSR. This car is very special to us, and the only reason I have it is because of how special it is to us and how great the story is going to be in the future when this car is all done.
I bought this car in 2020, I want to say. Got it as a package deal. A deal transpired behind the scenes. I bought a car from Brother Lewis. Brother Lewis wanted the shell back. I kept all the belongings to the car: wheels, exhaust, suspension. Basically, the vision with this car was, it needed a lot of work when we first bought it, but there was a vision behind it. It was a ITR style clone. It had a JDM front already, mixed match colors, no swap. I bought it as a shell, and it had been sitting for many, many years. Basically, we took the car. I bought rear bumper. Actually, I'm pretty sure I had this rear bumper already. This car was put together. This car was put together with a bunch of spare parts. Then I drove the car for, I want to say, a month or two, and then I sold it roughly in June of 2021 to a person that really valued it. I made my money on it. He was happy with his purchase. Then the car went to New York, and somehow we have it again. So
Yeah.
shed light on that.
When the guy bought the car was like, I think, in the Bronx or somewhere, one of those boroughs, and the guy
Somewhere in the jungle.
Yes, the guy had the car for, I think, 3 years. 2 years. 2 years. The car was his for 2 years. Then halfway through his ownership, about a year in, he listed the car for sale. And the car was for sale for about 6 months or so. And he had the car listed for about $11,000 or $12,000, which to me was a lot, knowing where the car came from and everything. But he also did pay a decent amount for the car. So at the end of the day, as the car was sold, as he bought the car, the market also took a crazy hike. So everything was valued a lot more. So from then, when he picked up the shell to when I sold him my swap, everything within months, everything just took a crazy hike. His value was justified to him. The car never sold. Somewhere in between, I think it was February of this year, so 4 months ago, the car was stolen right in front of his doorsteps. He had camera footage of it all happening, and the thieves were there for an ample amount of time. They took their time with it. The guy listed on social media. My brother ended up sharing it, but then I shared it. The car was missing for
3 months.
3 months. And one day, I started following the guy after that. Or no, I didn't follow the guy. This guy again, the guy found the car, he took pictures of it, and he said, somebody come pick it up today. He sent that to me. The hoarder in me was like, I have to have that, because it's just a full circle transaction.
Mind you, this whole time he told me he wanted to buy it. I said it's not a good idea because I saw the condition of the car, which we'll show you. And I knew the amount of work that it took to get the car to where we got it. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking about investment point.
It's always, the way I look at it is ROI, return on investment, one way or another. So what I paid for this car and what this car came with, I could easily sell everything and still have this car rolling and still make my money and be into this car negative money. So this car bring money to me after paying for what the guy wanted for the car or what we agreed on, and for the towing here to Jersey. So at the end of the day, I can make my money back. But for me, it's more about the storyline and basically the story behind the build that it'll be in the near future. So right now we're going to show you guys these clips that we recorded, and you'll see the condition of the car. If you want to talk about the front end.
Now it's cut back 6-7 inches to the frame rails, like directly on the frame rails, basically making it very hard to repair. Now that's a structural point. We have little to no experience for repairing this.
Moving on to the interior now. The car, as you can tell, doesn't have a carpet, doesn't have any of the side panels, obviously no seats, has another steering wheel here. The trunk cover is also missing. So as far as the interior, everything below the windows is missing, which isn't...
Besides door panels, which I'm surprised they left the door panels, because those were flawless.
And they're in great shape, as you guys can see. So that's not bad. Now moving on to the exterior of the car. As you guys can see, it pretty much looks pretty decent for what it is. It is very, very dirty, but the only reason it looks this dirty is because the thieves, being thieves, they poured motor oil all over it to hide all the fingerprints and everything, so they couldn't be tracked. Not that the cops would go that extent for a 1995 Acura. For the most part, the car's pretty complete. So from the doors back, the car doesn't need a body panel.
They took off the lip kit.
It was aftermarket anyways.
It does, but it looked good.
So, you know, it still has teen suspension. Obviously, it's gonna need wheels and a front end. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow's episode, Brother Curvis is gonna be in front of the camera by himself, showing you guys his one of his new cars that he's gonna add to the fleet. So hopefully, Brother Curvis, as you guys saw earlier in this month, he doesn't have any cars that made it out of the storm. So from the last time we recorded to now, there's not one car he has kept.
No, there's one.
No, there's not.
There's one.
Oh, the BMW. But that car never ran. So like that car's literally been in the same spot.
At it once.
Honestly, guys, we recorded that video of that car. We moved it to where it's at now, and it's been there ever since that video.
It's been like 2 years.
So the only reason that car is and luckily by like the smallest percent of like chance, the car was gonna be sold, and he was just too late to actually sell the car because the person who's gonna buy the car, who was the person he bought the car from, actually ended up buying something else, so he's no longer interested. So the only reason this car is still on the channel is by straight grace. So that being said, guys, see you guys tomorrow.
I still have some nice cars, but see you guys on the next one.